Hey everybody, my name is Castor. Welcome back to a third episode of Secret of Mana. Last time, Popoi had just joined us and was level 1, although you can see he's a little higher level than he was last time. You can also see I've got quite a bit of money now. I have 2,400 GP. Randi is currently level 10. Primm is currently level 10. And Popoi is, of course, level 9. I also got everybody maxed up. I've decided I'm not going to do any grinding on camera. I'll just do all the grinding off camera between episodes if ever I'm going to do it. I'm going to try doing it as against as low level enemies as possible. That way I don't gain too much experience and kind of, eliminate the already hilariously low difficulty of this game. But when we last left off, Popoi had just joined us, and we are now on our way, fully equipped I might add, to go into and fight for Dyluck. We have to go rescue Dyluck, but we're going to need an axe to be able to get through. So, let's go do it. I did most of my level grinding when trying to get Popoi up to the rest of the party in Gaea's Navel, and then when it came to, once I felt comfortable with his level, I moved over to the Pandora area and just used Rabbites and Lullabuds and all that to get some experience. Now, I currently have Popoi and Primm equipped with the boomerang and the bow respectively, because I want them to have some sort of range attack. And currently we only have 2 ranged weapons. And I know I'm going to need the axe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Randi equipped with the axe. I'm going to have Primm and Popoi using ranged attacks. And that should be able to help me take out these Chobin Hoods. Alright, so also, I did not show off the armor that I had gotten. Take my axe! And I'm not going to show off, like, every charge attack as we go across them, because if I did, well, I'd be here forever. Also, that can happen. You probably noticed that I unleashed the charge, but I got hit out of it. Charge attacks actually take less precedent than you'd think. Let's see if I can unleash it against this guy. If I used every charge attack in this game, I'd literally be here forever. There are 72, I think? There's 8 different weapons, and there are 9 levels per weapon. So there's 72 different charge attacks. And a lot of them are just variations on the standard attack. So I'm not going to be too worried about showing all that off. But and besides, sometimes you even just do the animation anyway. Wait, can one of you guys, like, take this guy out? Now, you might be wondering, what does a ranged attack with a bow look like? It's just more powerful and further range. Now, before we go over there where we were blocked earlier, it would be easier if we... Yeah, come on. Did this first. So, along the right side, and we could have done this earlier with Primm, but again, I didn't want to. I didn't want to wait until... Or I wanted to wait until after we had Popoi. But if we head over this way, there's actually something we have to do prior to... taking the blocked off path. Oh, these guys. So I think those are called I Spies. And as you just saw, they Moogle ya. Alright. That opens that path for us. If we had gone through the blocked off path first, we would have come across that and not able to get there because it was a broken bridge. Candy won't fit. Unfortunate. It literally just ate my attack. Ooh, Popoi hit level 1, level 10. And Randy hit level 11. So I also noticed that I didn't go over Popoi's stats. You notice their intelligence stat is easily the best. Intelligence and agility. Strength is kinda up there, but intelligence is definitely his best stat. And there's a reason for that, which will be coming important a little bit later on. Actually, I could probably put the axe away, but I'm going to keep it on. I normally always use the sword on Randy. So it'll be good for me to use weapons other than what I'm used to. So right here, this is where the path was opened up. That's the I Spy right down there. At least I think it's called an I Spy. Yeah, I Spy. Which, by the way, you can use this targeting reticle here. If you use this targeting reticle, you can actually tell your AI-controlled opponents to attack a very specific target. Alright. Chopping Hood gets whacked. There's a Blat down here. Now, I didn't go over it before, but Blats can actually use magic. They have a spell called Balloon that they can use on us, and it has an unfortunate side effect on us. It causes us to space out. We basically just lose control of our party, or lose control of that party member for a while. Now, you probably noticed that little glyph there on the ground up there. If we fall... Ooh, treasure chest. $14 GB, nice. So, if you follow that glyph up, you probably notice there's a post there. Remember way back early on in episode 1 when we followed Dyluck through and we found a post? This is the other side. This is a shortcut back to the Water Palace. And right here it's showing you how the world is interconnected. And you can actually use that to make a loop through in level grinding. Not necessarily XP, but like weapon level grinding. A loop that I regularly use. But for it to work, you need a whip, which we don't have. Mushboom got whacked. Alright, now I can cut through here and get through, or I can go up and around and fight two Blats. Ooh, Blat got whacked. Loot. Must have loot. Candy won't fit. Which, I'm perfectly okay with Candy not fitting. Okay, this guy. You can't actually reach this guy. But as you can see, he will sit in there and attack if he gets too close. Or if you get too close. Fortunately, as I mentioned, sorry about my voice. My voice is thoroughly thrashed from earlier today. Fortunately, as I mentioned, I have both Primm and Popoi equipped with ranged weaponry. And here we are. It's a werewolf! We're just ganging up on that guy. Alright, now, This is the Witch Eleni's castle. Ooh, I spy. I spies are a decent enemy. They're not as bad as slimes. Yes, they do generate more enemies to fight, but they don't make more of themselves like the slimes do. And as you see, we can't go this way. If we were to go up, this path is blocked. Not even the axe can break those. So, we're going to have to go around to the right. This, quote, maze isn't really that bad. This first room is just a big S. Now, you can only have 3 enemies on screen at a time. So while that I Spy can generate up to 2 Chobin Hoods, because that werewolf is just sitting there, and it's very interesting to see that that is the predecessor to the werewolf form that Kevin gets in Trials of Mana. But because that werewolf is sitting there, it can't actually... the I Spy can't spawn a second one. A second Chobin Hood. Loot. Give me the loot. Ooh. That's useful. Which, by the way, I did not buy a bunch of items at the shops like I probably should have. Probably could have. Oh well. Ow. Eat axe. Fortunately, these guys are not doing a whole lot of damage to me. I'm glad. Randy's poisoned and still poisoned. Now, this room. You probably can see a slight different coloration in the chairs that are in this room. Notice the one on the top right of the table is not actually attacking us, despite being, you know, just like the others. This one is slightly darker. This is a real chair. The others were possessed. And wow, they did a lot of damage to Popoi. Like, whoa, they did a lot of damage. And they Moogled me again. But the Moogle portrait is off-centered. That was actually kind of cool. I think Primm is still level 10, so I'm not due for a level up here until, you know, a little while. I forget which way to go. Well, the other way was open already, and we can lock it, so I'm pretty sure this is the way we're not supposed to go. I'm just glad they don't have the same techniques that Kevin uses. That is the one thing that really irritates... Well, I mean, they can heal. That is something Kevin can do. That is the one thing, though, that really irritates me about Trials of Mana on the Super Famicom, or Super Nintendo version, I guess now, is that it's... The enemies can often open with a party wipe. Huh? And here we are. We've come to help. Where's Dyluck? What? Maybe with Witch? It's hopeless. These guys seem like zombies. Just like the people in Pandora. You could bet the witch is behind this. Are you going to Witch's lair? Go up Next floor, 3 people, platform, bridge. Basically, he saying step on the switch with 3 people. Fortunately, Popoi joined us. So let's see what you got. For 60, we could buy some chocolates. 60 isn't a bad price. And granted, 30 would be better, but you know, it is what it is. And with us having the money that we do, I am going to heal Popoi first, though. Taking a quick drink. Alright, I'm going to buy up a candy. Can't carry anymore. I forget what I need for, like, the honey. Or I forget how much the honey costs. But if it's like the honey elixir in Trials, it is a complete full heal. Which, right now, the candy would be a complete full heal. And I know you're not supposed to save your game during the Let's Play, but you know what? I'm using the save states to quote, save my game. Darn it! Got interrupted. The straight out shoulder tackle on that guy. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the one we need 3 people for. Okay, so this is definitely the way we want to go. Which means this is the way we actually want to go. Oh no, that's just an empty room. Never mind. It's a room with some enemies in it. That's really all it is. Alright, let's fight these guys. This can often be considered one of the more troublesome dungeons, just because you have to rely solely on your weapons. But as soon as we beat it, should get a little bit more tools here in a minute. Man, what I wouldn't give for some Poto oils right about now. Moogled me again! Okay. Take out the I Spy, and there we are. Now, fortunately, because there's 2 I Spies, it can only generate 1 Chobin Hood. But once we beat this I Spy, probably noticed the other I Spy is going to there it goes, pump out another Chobin Hood. Ow! Stop it! Hey, could you Cure Heal me? Or Cure Water me? That'd be really nice. Alright, we have a pick-a-path here. These are never good. Good adventurers always go left. Blats! Kill the Blats. Oh wow, the 2 I Spies spawned right next to each other. And I completely whiffed. I knew the hit detection in this game was jank, but damn! Alright, he's dead. Now, I know the timing, if you time it just right, you can actually stack attacks on top of each other. Wait, is this where we're supposed to be? So what's in the other room? More Polter chairs. Alright, back in the center door it is. And as you can see, unlike in Trials of Mana, changing screens does not reset your status condition. Come on, demoogle me, thank you. Was it just me, or did Popoi and Primm get a much better, or a much less... Ugh, I can't speak. Did their Moogle form not last as long? Or was that just me? Primm, how are you doing for experience? Like, are you close to... Oh, you already leveled up to 11. Wow. Okay, then. And I think this might actually be the room. Oh yeah, we're getting some new music here. And there she is. Eleni the Witch.
Phew, what noisy little children. See what you get.
Alright, now I really do... did I not? No, I did use one. I used it on Popoi to heal him up and then bought it, but I didn't buy it after, Oh. Well, that was dumb. Primm, there we go. So I have 3 of these and 4 chocolates. Dyluck!
Allow me the pleasure of sending you to Thanatos.
Dyluck! Eleni, what have you done with him?
What have I done? Well, I just sent him into the ruins in Pandora. Sent him home, actually. My magic doesn't seem to work too well, and, well, I couldn't handle him. But Thanatos wanted him, so I sent him there.
Thanatos?
The head of a secret organization that intends to overthrow the kingdom. Why, yes.
How could you?
He's already dispatched most of the people in Pandora.
So it's Thanatos, not Eleni. She's working in tandem with him, though.
All that's left is for Sir Thanatos to storm the castle from the ruins. Now, would you be so kind as to feed yourselves to my cute little Spiky?
Commence with what can possibly easily be one of the most irritating boss battles. There he is, the Spiky Tiger. I believe, in fact, he is actually called Spiky Tiger. You might be wondering, why is he such a pain in the butt? Well, you see that? He just knocked both Randi and Popoi unconscious. Or maybe just knocked me unconscious. He moves super quickly. And, on top of that, there's stairs right in the middle of the arena. And he uses magic. No, we're going to use this one on Randi. Did I cancel it? Yes, I did! Now, it might be good to get the charge in on him. Or not. Because as you just saw... Okay, as you saw, Popoi is now defeated. What we're going to do is we're going to use the couple wishes on him. Them. Ow! Did you just try to eat me? Oh, he knocked all 3 of us unconscious. Again, not necessarily a difficult fight, just irritating. Because you don't really get more than one hit in on him. Actually, let's switch you guys to some melee weapons. I want you to have the spear. And I'll have you with the broadsword. Popoi is engulfed. Is it worth using my chocolates? I'll switch over to Primm. I'm going to heal up Popoi right now. Because chocolates are cheaper than... Chocolates are cheaper than Cups of Wishes, that's for darn sure. Ah, darn it! And there we go. Spiky Tiger is defeated. So you saw that even though I did do some grinding, that I'm not super overpowered. Way to go! And we got a boomerang orb. Alright, lady, you got some talking to do. Eleni, you got some splaining to do.
Eek! Please forgive me. Sorry, the magical herbs that grow in this forest have withered. I've been trading the villagers for Thanatos' herbs. From now on, I'll simply be a normal elderly lady and live peacefully. If you're looking for that other kid, he's at the ruins south of Pandora. You can take what's in the treasure chest. I don't need it anymore. The orb in the underground palace? You need to use the magic of ice. But I don't have any more magical power left.
Well, okay then. Found the whip. Oh boy! I love the whip. So, the whip has phenomenal range. And we also get... Found 50 GP. 50! Take 50 bucks in a whip! Lady, I do not want to know. But we do get our victory lap. Now, like most mana games, well, I should say, like the original Trials of Mana, not the remake, but the original, there's not a whole lot of treasures scattered around the world here. There are some here and there that you can pick up, but not many. Is Neko still here? Yeah, Neko's still here. Meow, I got caught. Need anything now? We're gonna buy. We're gonna fill back up on candies. Yes, it's gonna cost double what it would be in a store, but you know what? We can only hold 4. Can't carry any more. They are 200. That's actually not bad at all. Like, those are spendy, but... Be seeing ya. And I'm actually going to save the game as well. Yes, I will save my game. And no, I'm not going to be controlling Randy the entire game. I typically will swap to a different character if I lose control of one for any length of time. I realize I probably could have done that if I had swapped to, like, whenever I was, like, Moogled or something. Hey, the chair's still here. I realized that when I got Moogled I could have swapped, but I didn't. I still had motion. Dyluck is alive! Randy, can you hear me? Come immediately to the water palace. It's Luca. Now what's the matter? Look, guys, I gotta go. I'm going too. I'm worried about Dyluck, but I can't save him alone. I'll go with you. In return, you can help me rescue Dyluck. Yippee, I'm coming along. You can count on me. And so, we are traveling forever as a group. I think there's only one other instance where the party splits up. We'll come to that. As far as I'm aware. At least. Now the whip, it has phenomenal range. Is unfortunately not able to cut through grass, which means I do need to... Oh, I could have... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to switch over to Popoi. At least until I need to. Until I need the whip, at least. Because remember, we now have a whip. So that means that the shortcut to... is it here? Buzzbee? What's a Buzzbee doing here? That the shortcut to the water palace is right here. Yeah, I'm gonna need Primm. And we wind the whip, and there we go. Well, let's actually take a look at the whip and see what it's... See if it has any effects. It does not. But we do have a boomerang orb. We have a boomerang orb. Which, if I really wanted to, I could go all the way back to Gaea's Navel using the shortcut and get it. I won't, because as I said, I'm going to do all my grinding off camera. And here we... Actually, let's go talk to Sage Luca first. Because I think we actually need to talk to the Sage. I wonder how many more times we need to make this trip. Alright, Luca, talk to me. I'll restore you. Would you like to save the game? I mean, I did just save it, but yes, I will. Undine. Undine? Undine. Undine. So, there's so much debate on how to pronounce this specific elemental's name. And depending on on what reference you're looking at, it's pronounced differently. Trials of Mana Remake specifically refers to her as Undine. U-N-D-E-E-N is how the phonetic spelling would be. It is Undine. She lives in a cave by the waterfall. It's east of the steps leading to this palace. You've got to find her. Her seal in this place has failed, and I fear she is in great danger. Well, elemental spirits, you say? Well, if any mana game is any indicator, elemental spirits mean magic. Ow! These guys are called Ifishes, by the way. It's Ifish. It's a fish. We enter. Here's a couple more if-ish. That water gun is going to be trying. My god, just look at the range on the whip. Like, even from this far back, I'm able to hit them. I hit the one at the door. Man, this... I love the whip. It's such a good weapon. But here we go. What the... This is another boss, even though we don't have the music. This is a Ton Pole. And actually, Randy, why don't you equip Zespia? I like trying to leave them on the weapon ring, just in case I need to swap weapons. Since there are so many. And all of them do have their merits. Like, you might be wondering, what's the difference between the bow and the boomerang? Well, aside from the fact that they have different status effects later on. And we now have our bow. Okay! He messed up Popoi. This is the Biting Lizard. I like that it has a little crown on it, but in Trials of Mana, there are enemies that can turn into these guys. And they don't have little crowns on. So I like that this one has a little crown on its head. It shows that it's a king. Or that it is kind of, you know, a boss of some kind. You did... But, okay, so back to what I was talking about, the bows and the boomerang, right? Cure water level 3. If I remember right, he can do that only a couple times. There's 2. So you might be wondering, like, what's the point of using, of having both a bow and a boomerang if both fulfill the same role? And that role basically being, you know, ranged weaponry. Well, the thing is, you've got 3 characters. And you can really, you know, you may need to have multiple ranged weapons in a situation like in the forest, where you don't want to rely on just one character to be able to do some ranged damage. So I can understand why having... Ooh, cool, we got a gloves orb. Nice! And there she is, Undine. Thank you, I am Undine. My power is your reward. I'll give you 2 kinds of magic. Primm can use my recovery and defense magic, and she styles. Popoi can use my battle magic, and they style. I am gonna have to correct myself on that. And me? Your mana sword will one day become more powerful than any magic. You can receive an elemental's power, such as Ice Saber on your sword. Primm can cast Ice Saber on your weapon and to turn enemies into snowmen. And take this. And this. Take this with you. It is one of the mana weapons. We got the Pole Dart. This is the 3rd mana weapon. Or not the 3rd, the 8th mono weapon. And we got Undine's powers. No one can stop me now! That's right, we now have magic. So if we use Undine, we can see that Primm has access to Ice Saber, Cure Water, our first healing spell, even though we are now fully healed, and Remedy, which cures status effects. Popoi, on the other hand, has access to Freeze, which deals ice-based damage. We have Acid Storm, which I think is the same thing. I don't know if this causes a damage over time effect or not. I'm going to have to look that up. And we have Energy Absorb, which is a draining effect that actually drains HP from the enemy back into Popoi. Very useful considering he has... Did it again. Considering they have the lowest HP. I think canonically they do refer to them as I think canonically they do refer to Popoi as male, but in the remake I think they do make it the Secret of Mana remake. They make it a point to specifically say them. So I don't know. I know a lot of people consider Popoi a female. I know a lot of people consider Popoi a male. My brother strangely considers Popoi a turkey. Don't ask. I can talk about that later. So yeah, and I don't know really. I'm just checking this. And you know what? Let's put the pole dart on Randy. And the pole dart is a throwing weapon. It's like a javelin. But, yeah... depending on who you ask, you get conflicting sources. Sometimes Popoi is male, sometimes Popoi is female, sometimes Popoi is completely agender. You never know. And I know last episode I said that a quote that it's that they are canonically agender. I don't know. I am going to have to resist a lot of my urge to say he, because I've called Popoi a male for the longest time. But in truth, Popoi uses both equipment that is exclusive to Primm and equipment that is exclusive to Randy. Between the two of them, of course. Popoi is kind of a hybrid character that uses both. Alright, so we gotta go to Gaea's Navel. And to get there, there's a couple options we can do. We can either go through the forest and go out that way, or... Welcome to Nekos. Or we can go through the wilderness here, the fields, and take the cannon travel, which I think we're going to take the cannon travel. There we go. Most excellent. Alright. Hi, travel special. 50 GP per trip. Take us to Gaea's Navel. Now, this is the first time you guys are going to see this, but I did do it once off camera to get back to Gaea's Navel after power leveling. Power leveling my weapons. Watch this. We get in the cannon, and, in the words of the Super Beard Bros, boom. Or I should say mostly just Alex. Mode 7! But notice all the cliffs surrounding Gaea's Navel, showing that it is, in fact, in a crater. I love it. Absolutely love it. And we also get that cute little vignette of landing on the Buzzbee. And that it was the Buzzbee that broke our fall. Alright. Watts. You got some work to do, man. Okay. And which one's ready? Well, we've got the boomerang, which will now upgrade to a chakram, and the spike knuckle, which upgrades to the power glove. Now you're playing with power. Reference to an old Fred Savage movie. Now, Popoi is equipped with a sword, which, again, he's already leveled up. Randy has the pole dart, which is a ranged weapon. So let's give Popoi the gauntlets. How's my health? We're full. Alright, now, it should be noted. Now, I haven't used my magic yet. Now, let's pop over to weapon magic level. So you see that Undine is 0 out of 0. And if you hit that, you can actually see what the spells do. Let's pop into the inn, because there's something I want to explain. There's a quick little mechanic that I noticed while doing the grinding for myself. Let's say I use Undine's power and cast, let's say, Ice Saber. No, not Ice Saber. Let's not do Ice Saber. Let's do, you know what? We're going to be grinding efficient. We're going to cast Remedy on Popoi. Okay? You would expect that we got some experience for that, right? 4. It's going to take no less than 25 casts here in an inn to be able to level it up. But that's easy, right? If we cast it 25 times, it's a free level, and we can just rest to restore our MP, right? Easy. Super easy. Easy peasy. Now, let's cast the same spell in a combat area. We're going to cast it right on Popoi. And then look, we got 9 experience for that. So, if you use your magic in a combat-based area, like anywhere where enemies are, basically if you have your weapons out, you get more experience. You know what? Let's use freeze. $122. It should also be noted that in Trials of Mana, Undine is not a healer. Okay, now there's going to be a lot of these. These things are the bane of my existence. Watch. Let's put you back on weapon. Because some of them need certain spells cast. I don't know if this one will work if I use Energy Absorb. Let's try it. See? It did nothing. They need certain spells to be cast on them. That is a bit of an annoyance, but good news is, still got full experience for it. So if you ever find one of those spheres, you can actually sit and spam a spell on it and not have to worry about it. Now I am going to go back to the inn and restore my MP because that's suicide not to do that. Alright. One night is 15 GP. And we're getting on close to the 1 hour mark. I mean, we still got about 10 minutes left, but we're coming right up on a dungeon. Alright, you know what? I know what I'll do for the last little bit of this video. Now, if I remember right, before you're allowed to go in... Popoi, get down here, please. Before you're allowed to go... Well, no, maybe not. That might be later on in the game. Oh yeah, this is just straight out the Earth Palace. Yeah, I think I'm going to save the Earth Palace for the next episode. I mean, 50 minutes is a pretty sizable episode so far. But anyway, guys, I do thank you so very, very much for watching. Be sure to hate me down in the comments for all the times that I accidentally referred to Popoi as a he. Perfectly okay. I deserve it. I'm sorry, Popoi. I am so sorry. But anyway, let me know in the comments how you guys are liking the series so far. The second episode should be going live here momentarily. So I am kind of recording these on the fly here, so I don't know what kind of a backlog I'm going to make, but I'm actually rendering it episode by episode. So when I upload an episode, or I should say, I do not record an episode until I record, I can't talk. I do not record an episode until I upload the previous. But anyway, have a good one, guys.